Welcome to Grapes and Debates, a podcast where we'll uncork some incredible wine and debate varietals of issues within the restaurant industry, one glass at a time. Complex, yet delicate to be sure. And now, your hosts and owners of SoNapa Grille, Adam Barringer, Chris Botting, and Joe Bates.
Episode 18.
Whoa, I feel like this is like 36.
Well, no, for you, it's not quite.
Probably 15 and a half.
I think we docked your pay last week.
You did.
We filmed twice last week.
Listen, I've got to talk to my agent.
Okay. As with every episode, Grapes and Debates, we're starting with grapes, and then we're going to go into debate. My name's Adam Barringer, founder of SoNapa Grille, with my business partner, Joe Bates.
Hey, everybody. Chris Botting.
Chris Botting, my other business partner, and we have the honor of having a guest host, Mayor Fred Cleveland. The Honorable.
Great to be here.
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Yes, Mr.
Wonderful
Mayor.
to be here on the 3rd of July. Right
On the
before
3rd of July. And we are all in celebratory gear.
Independence
Red,
Eve.
white, and blue.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the two glasses in front of me.
Oh, listen,
We'll talk about those soon.
I have such a treat for you. It's really, obviously we knew the mayor was coming as our guest. This is going to be amazing. As we get into it, we're going to do a blind tasting. And with a blind tasting, typically, the steps of a blind tasting would be, first, you're going to look at the site. And when you look at a wine, what you want to look for is the color of it. And when you're looking at red wine, the depth of color will tell you typically the age of the wine. And then if you look at the rim, when you hold it up against a white background, you'll notice the color of the rim. And if it's a little bit brownish, that means it's probably a little bit older. And if it's clear white, it's going to be younger. So that's what you look for first. The next thing is to swirl it. And typically when you swirl a wine, it's going to release the bouquet. Yes, the bouquet.
I know you're speaking French today.
I'll be speaking French when we're done with this. Maybe Chinese too. So, I haven't started. I know, well, it's hard when you're making me laugh.
See, swirl.
Swirl. And so and then it also, you'll notice the viscosity of the legs.
Should you be tasting right now?
No. And so the swirl is to look at the viscosity of the legs. It'll tell you really the alcohol content and the sugar content. Sight, swirl, smell, get your nose in there. You can pick up over 2,000 aromas.
What are you, bloodhound?
Now, listen. And if all you smell is wine, that's okay too.
I think I'm just getting some.
Okay.
I'm getting some grapes.
Yeah, I can tell there's wine in there.
Yeah. You're not getting that one past him.
Right. And then the next is to sip, and the sip is going to confirm what you have on the bouquet.
Okay.
And
So
let's go non-ribbon first.
Non-ribbon first.
Non-ribbon
Okay.
first.
Ribbon.
Okay.
Smell. Swirl.
I've already done all that.
Okay. All right.
We're re-smelling and re-swirling.
Absolutely.
Let's revisit that.
Let's revisit that.
That is.
Wow, that's nice. that is
That's
really
fucking good.
That is This is a classic California cab. I'm getting.
Whoa! Hey, whoa!
saying-
If you are, that's amazing that you were able to pick that out.
I'm saying it's a cab too.
Chris is an
Okay,
expert. Yeah.
give me this pen.
Grapefruit,
All right.
Chris
good tannins.
equals cab, Joe equals cab. I know what the wines are. I don't know which order they're in, so I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
Well, let's go to a higher
Mayor?
authority.
Mayor?
It's a cab.
Okay.
See that's what a mayor. That's how a mayor says.
Yeah,
it.
just
Exactly. Right in.
it's
Right in.
All right.
I think it's.
He's
a
not
cab.
sitting on the fence.
Everybody?
He's not petite sirah. It's just cab.
Let's
Right.
go to your next
festive ribbon.
festive
Very nice.
ribbon wine.
All right.
Do the sight.
Similar. I think they're both young wines.
I would agree.
That's my
I would
guess.
agree.
Both deep. This one may be a hair lighter.
It is. It's like
A hair lighter, okay.
Like in the Pinot world, perhaps.
Ooh.
A little brighter fruit, maybe.
That's for you to pick that out. I'm getting the same thing.
And softer.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely softer.
Yeah.
Great.
Definitely softer.
Yeah, I don't hate that
Okay.
Pinot, Gus. But
right.
it's a big Pinot, though.
No.
But
Yeah.
it's a bigger Pinot. I don't hate that, Gus. I like that.
See? Bot, what are you thinking?
I am thinking I'll go Petit Verdot.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I said Pinot Noir.
Oh, you're sticking with it?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
And good
Okay.
job on the bags. You can't see the bottle
Okay.
shape.
Yes.
Okay. So
so
I want to. This is the coolest thing because I had one of the bottles was here, and I just said, you know what, we're going to open that because the mayor's coming.
Okay.
And I just figured it was easy. I wouldn't have to go to the store and mule it over here. The second one that I got, I just picked it out because I happened to love the wine the first time that I had it.
Okay.
Now, having said that, I want to read to you what we just tried.
Okay.
The first wine, I'm not going to say the name of it because I'm going to release it, but it was a trial lawyer by trade, was captivated by the idea that Napa Valley wines
Trial
were
lawyer by
such a...
trade. It's got to be Bill Foley.
Nope. But he believed that wines in Napa could be made as well as Bordeaux wines. So what we have is a blend of the 5 noble grapes. What would those be?
Oh, testing me. Cab.
Yep.
Merlot.
Yep.
Malbec.
Yep.
Petit Verdot.
Yep.
Cab Franc.
Cab Franc. Correct. So, very
Nicely
good.
done. Nicely
Boom.
done.
You got it.
Nailed
And
that.
so, the particular wine, even though this guy's a trial lawyer, he would fly over to Bordeaux, take clippings, put it in his suitcase, bring it back, and in 1981, he made his first planting. I believe it was 1986 was his first vintage.
So 1986, I was drinking Boone's Farm.
Yeah.
I really.
Mickey's Big Mouths.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
his goal was to create California Mouton because he was so enamored with Chateau Mouton
Grape.
Rothschild.
Yes, gotcha. Okay.
It's
it Mondavi?
no, it's on the. It's a winery,
Okay.
and it's Bordeaux.
Okay.
And in 1973, it received the classification of
Okay, so
first
it's a Bordeaux-
growth. Okay.
Bordeaux grape.
So that's one of the wines we're drinking. The other wine we're drinking happens to be a collaboration of Robert Mondavi and Baron Philippe Rothschild, the one and only owner of Mouton Rothschild
Oh, okay.
Winery.
All right.
So, very similar because they're both in the Bordeaux,
Bordeaux, gotcha.
style, but they're different grapes completely. Now, one of the wines is 76% Merlot, 12% Cab, 7% Malbec,
That's this one with
4%
Yep. I think
Petit
we all.
Verdot,
Yes.
and 1% Cab Franc.
That's got to be the ribbon.
Yeah.
That's why it was
That's
a little
it.
bit
Okay, do we
lighter.
want to
Yeah.
revisit that, guys, before we...
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Some inside information there.
I've been handed some scissors here, folks. Oh, we're gonna.
All right.
Merlot, the
This one.
underrated varietal, in my opinion.
Do I need to describe
Okay, wait,
that?
no. Before you do that,
Okay. Okay.
which wine did you like better?
The first one without the
The bigger
the
taste.
bigger
The bigger one?
the bigger
taste.
cab.
I think I like the...
Softer?
I think I like the softer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that I happen to like the first one we tried without the ribbon. So 3-1, we're all different. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong.
Okay, so we're going with the first one we tried then, without the ribbon.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's see what we got here, folks.
All right, no ribbon. Is there Opus in one of those?
Here we are, folks.
Okay.
This is
Pahlmeyer, Jayson by
Yeah.
Pahlmeyer. Okay.
Pahlmeyer.
And that's the
it's
red
it's on
variety?
our menu for $100.
That's
Not. That's
that was the first one we tasted.
That's the
that's
first
this
one.
guy.
Big wine.
That's
Yes.
and who picked
Yep.
that? Okay, so Revelation, 76% Merlot.
Wow.
12% Cab,
That threw me for a
7%
loop.
Malbec, 4% Petit Verdot, 1%
Yeah, I was not-
Cab Franc.
Yeah, no, I was
Okay.
caught,
That's the
You
non-rivet.
will find that for
Wow.
$70 retail, and it's on our menu for $100. Next wine we're going to try, before you reveal, I just want to say it's 84% Cab.
Wow.
And we thought this was light.
wow.
6%
flip-flopped.
Petit Verdot, 5% Merlot, 4% Cab Franc, and 1% Malbec. And
So
this
both-
wine,
Both blends.
both blends, both with the same grapes.
But this one is the Merlot heavy.
The first one.
first one is
the
Merlot.
first one we tried.
You never
Yes.
would've guessed
Yeah, never would've guessed
Never
that.
would have guessed it.
No.
Before you reveal that,
Yep.
I want to just another fact.
Okay.
The first vintage, 1979, it sold at the Napa auction for $24,000 for a case. It was the most that the Napa auction had ever brought in. And then
In 1979.
in 1979. Now, take it a step further. It was, no, I'm sorry, that was the first vintage. In 1981 was the Napa auction.
Okay.
Sold for $24,000 for the case. Then in the 79, 80 vintages were released in 1984 at $50 a bottle,
In 84.
making this the
Yes.
most expensive wine at the time coming out of Napa Valley.
All right,
Is
folks.
it Opus? It
Let's
is.
take a look.
It is.
Opus.
How about that?
And we picked, three of us
I
picked.
did not think the Opus. I mean, it's been a long time since I've tasted it. It drank a little softer than I thought it would.
a whole lot softer.
Yeah. And this drank a whole lot bigger. If you would have told me this is a Merlot blend, taste it, I would have said, and we all agreed, this drinks a lot bigger than what I would consider a Merlot. And this Opus drinks a little bit softer. That's not bad.
Right.
Good or bad. It's just, yeah,
Another interesting fact.
pleasantly surprised.
Another interesting fact. Jayson Pahlmeyer bought all the magnums of the first vintage, and then when Mondavi had a party at his winery, he had no more Opus. He had to call Pahlmeyer to buy his wine back to serve.
Wow.
Yeah, just a little known
Well,
fact.
listen, it
Yeah. So
was nice that he came across with it.
two freaking
Sure, at a very
amazing
high price.
wines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic.
blends. I would have never guessed.
Never. Me either. Yes, I was
Yeah.
very surprised.
Awesome. Well, cheers.
They're both
yeah.
drinking great.
Well, yeah, there.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers,
guys.
Here's
Well done, Adam. You
Yeah, look
set
at
that
this.
up nicely.
So what do you like better out of the two? You guys picked the Pahlmeyer. All
Yes,
of you picked
yes,
the
yeah.
Pahlmeyer.
Pahlmeyer was
And I picked
hands
the Opus.
down. I mean, this was a lot softer.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
Some great little nuggets.
No,
on the
yeah,
line
really
today.
good nuggets. Yeah.
I love that.
All right.
Great tasting.
So
Let's
that
shift
was the
gears.
first shifting gears.
Yeah.
So that was the first part. Grapes. We've had grapes, and we're going to enjoy these. We're definitely going to enjoy these. Both beautiful red wines. But since we have the mayor here, got a couple of questions for you, or just things to talk about.
Well, hold on then. Let me strap in.
Oh,
Let
wow.
me strap in, and we're going to be talking to the mayor.
love that part.
Okay. Well, the first thing is, thank you. You're a member of the SoNapa Wine Club. How was your first experience?
Inaugural event.
The inaugural
Adam,
event?
And it was phenomenal. The crowd was, on edge, seeing what you would tee up this year. And as usual, SoNapa did not disappoint.
Thank
what
you.
an evening! Both the accoutrements of the room, the menu was superb, and you picked a variety of amazing reds for us to check out.
Well, thank you.
That was
Just
such a
a
cool space too. I wasn't super familiar with that space. It was at is it called the Barn?
You're talking about something different.
no,
We're not talking
we're
about
talking about
something.
the wine-
Oh,
the
I'm
wine
sorry.
club.
I'm sorry.
Joe,
Yeah.
stick with us.
Right,
stick
right.
with us.
I was
That's
doing-
next.
You always got
Inaugural
the
night was
summer
in a
solstice.
different location. I believe
No,
you
we
were.
had a great time at the wine club as well.
Okay.
It was a good time. And Joe's, you're having a good time.
Stay
today.
focused.
Laser
Laser focused.
It's all
So-
good. It was phenomenal. It was
yeah.
a great evening.
And then, because of your membership, you and your wife attended the Camus 50th anniversary wine dinner. You got a 20% discount.
Absolutely. That part of the wine club, that wine club is
Yeah.
quite the deal, Adam.
Thank you.
You get corkages, two corkages a month for free. You get 20% off on the wine dinners. And you get these great bottles. I don't know how you guys put it out. I don't know how it pencils, but I'm delighted I'm a member.
Well, thank you. Yeah, perfect.
Glad to be on the inside.
Likewise. We're happy you're a menu.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Joe.
So the next thing I wanted to bring up is, yes, we are in the process of planning the summer social. We've selected a date. We worked it out with what used to be the Grand Old Barn, which they've changed their name, but it's still the same location.
721. The 721
Yeah.
Grand. Is that what they're?
They called it the Grand Old Red Barn, but they painted it gray. So it's no longer the Grand Old Gray. I don't know what. Anyway, it's
The old gray mare.
No.
me.
No. Grand Old, yeah,
okay.
but no.
So
not
Summer
correct.
Social is an amazing event, and I'm looking forward to hosting it again. Hopefully it's not a last-minute thing. We're letting you know ahead of time.
You have all the right folks in the room last year, Adam, and all the vendors, all the providers of both food. You had Mondavi there. You guys were superstars. You had all your competitors.
Outrigger, City Market,
Norwood's.
And that's what's great about this town. Everybody comes together for the
Norwood's,
right
Baker's
causes.
Table.
Yes, Baker's
We had
Table.
cigar rolling.
All the
We did.
players,
Bourbon
all
tasting.
the players.
It was great.
And then the patrons turned out. Your people
they
turned
did.
out, Adam.
And we raised money for the T3 Foundation, which was awesome, and it's certainly helped many of our employees and other employees in the industry.
That was a great
And
event.
that's what it's there for.
Yeah.
It's to help all employees of the
And
hospitality
we're going
industry.
to silent auction and sponsorship money will be going to the T3 as well. So it's a great charity. Now, all that fun stuff's all out of the way. Let's start talking about
brass tacks?
No,
Getting
no.
all brass tacks?
Shit! Hey, listen, I am blindsiding. I'm blindsiding this motherfucker right now. Yeah, we are not.
Rapes and debate.
Here's a debate.
Got to pay the piper.
No. We're not debating it. I mean, I don't think there's anything to debate. Really, things are going very well in the city. I'm sure that there are people out there, NIMBYs, as you will, not in my backyard, things that they don't want or want. But I would tell you that probably 99% of the city is very happy with the direction that the city's going and your leadership.
Mr. Mayor, that's high praise. Thank you for the guy who's been there.
Well, you said that. Does everybody know that you were the mayor here?
Listen, that's not what it's about.
I know, but they want to get to know
The
you.
last
Yeah.
Wednesday was the first time that we had an actual winemaker from Napa. Today is the first time that we have an actual sitting,
The incumbent mayor.
the mayor, who's taking care of business right now in the city.
Yes.
We're doing our best.
Mayor Fred Cleveland.
You're too kind. So this has been an exciting year. The first thing I want to say is that we have a town of givers, and you've talked about the one charity. I would tell you there are dozens of them around town, and all dedicated to the right causes. Because this is a town that cares about its citizenry. They care about our heritage. They care about our history, and they want to make sure that we're going in a direction that is pleasing to those that stayed here their whole lives, and those that finally found the pot of gold and said, "I'm coming to New Smyrna, and I'm never leaving."
Well, and people, there's no doubt. I mean, not that we're going to really debate much, but people complain about traffic. People complain about parking. We were in Charleston, South Carolina. Holy shit. You want to talk about traffic and Mount Pleasant, and there's no comparison. A couple times when we've had to get off of 95 because maybe there's an accident on the way to Jacksonville, and if you try to go through St. Augustine, forget it. You're
in trouble.
Yeah,
You're in
seriously.
trouble.
And there's no parking.
I will tell you, the people, I don't know how much complaining there is. I live in another community that we've got some traffic problems as well. Sure. But coming down 44,
Say it.
heading to
What
the beach.
community?
I'm in
What?
Ormond Beach, Florida.
Oh, there-
Where you were born and raised?
Raised. Actually, Amy and I both from Florida.
Okay. So, Seabreeze High School.
Absolutely, fighting sand crab.
So,
Dig them.
are the kudos?
Dig them. Yeah, there you go.
Both of my kids are there, so, or one's there and one's has moved on. But I'll tell you, coming down 44 heading east, there's a lot of license plates from out of town, out of county, out of state. So the people that are running businesses here, you put up with a little bit of traffic because people are coming to see and they're coming to spend their money with us. But yeah, it's brutal coming from 95 to get all the way to A1A.
Yeah, this you had it exactly.
It's a trade-off.
Right. It cuts both ways, right?
It does.
Yes.
We would not have the variety of restaurants and night spots and places to bring your family if it not for the folks that come in here. We're an accoutrement to Central Florida.
Absolutely.
We're a feature of Central Florida, and the word's out. We're no longer a sleepy little beach town that nobody knows about.
New Smyrna Beach is an anomaly. It is an anomaly. The amount of people from Orlando that they find their way here, that have second homes, they come here during, all throughout the spring, but certainly the summer, and July is the busiest month of the year for us, at least on beachside.
Right.
And I'm telling you, it's pretty amazing the things that the town has been able to accomplish. And I go back to this, as fast as Orlando is growing in the Orlando market, if we never built one more house here, if we didn't do anything else, the traffic's still going to come.
Yeah.
Because people from Orlando are going to find their way to the hidden secret of New Smyrna Beach.
So we're doing our best to work with a leadership roundtable of 3 entities. The state, led by our Senator Tom Wright, the county, led by our county commissioner Danny Robbins, and our commission, which I'm blessed to head up. And so this is not a one-size-fits-all. This is not a you fix it, no, you fix it, the hot potato that goes around. We must fix it together. Because as an entity, as a feature of Central Florida, they're going to come. And so warning people up front, before they ever get off I-95, beaches closed, beaches full, 2-hour wait from here. People will make other decisions and they'll move on. And coordinating between law enforcement at the county and our city, which has never been better under Sheriff Chitwood and Chief Feldman, we will move the traffic. We have a mobility issue. We have, as my predecessor, we have a popularity issue.
I definitely have a mobility issue, blowing out. So now I don't know if this is, we tell a lot of lies and rumors on this podcast.
I'm not going to say we tell lies.
No, you're right.
We
That's
probably
not
stretch
true.
the truth a little
Okay.
bit. We embellish.
And we believe them all.
And we paint a lot. We paint a lot.
But when are we putting in, I understand there's going to be 2 tolls, one on the North Causeway and one on the South Causeway. So in order to get onto beachside, there's going to be tolls. Is that any?
I hear stories about this. The biggest thing we have going for us is the moat. We're building a moat out there. We're just going to deepen the moat. And
throw more alligators and sharks in there.
Is that a shipment of razor wire?
Exactly right. Exactly right.
No.
All right, I got to ask.
So Adam, let's talk about this. This town has gone through economic cycle after economic cycle. When Mayor Barringer was running the city, we had a different problem. We had a ghost town. And under Adam's leadership, we were able to say, let's open up a canal, let's open up Flagler, let's bring the businesses in. And that's the worst problem. If you talk to our restaurateurs, they know that the problem could be worse. The problem could be, and I won't mention any towns' names, but there are ghost towns to the north and the south of us that wish they had our challenges. All right, so that's the worst side. Because if your town's not growing, it's dying.
Right.
And so we're headed the right direction.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I've got a couple of questions, but what made you get into public service? So,
We're gonna make it quick. We gotta wrap this up. I mean, Mayor's he's got a ribbon cutting to get to.
Oh, you do.
So let's consider that.
It's a storied career from reading your bio.
Well, you're
and
kind.
You didn't have to do it.
That's right.
It comes from a place of giving, I imagine. But
Amy calls me three-time retirement failure.
Okay.
I've had 3
It just
careers
doesn't stick.
president.
It doesn't stick.
I've failed every time. I'm practicing like Adam is practicing. But a lifetime of service, right? Nearly 30 years in the Navy. That was my way to give back to the defense of our country. We come home to retire, take care of mom and dad. Amy's folks and my folks have retired here, and so in their elder years, we said we're coming home. When we got here, the town was in such great shape. We wanted to offer our contribution, our way to give back, and so for a season of time, I will serve at the people's discretion, at the people's will. And when it no longer works for me or no longer works for the people in New Smyrna, I'll be in the cheering section for the next person. that
You'll be
comes along.
retirement
Nice.
number 4.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm, not for the wealth, not for
Sure.
not for the influence, not for the power. Just a way to give back. And it's 80% great. I'll tell you that. 80% of it is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so we are on a time constraint here.
Yeah, yep.
So let's get out
One-
some information though first before we
Well, I was going to say just one more question. Why is it important for, let's say, a business coming to New Smyrna or somebody that wants to start a business to get to know the mayor, to get to know their elected officials?
Absolutely. The elected officials are responsible for setting the policy and the procedure for how we want to keep our coastal community and our neighborhood feel just as it is.
how you conduct business.
How we conduct business. By the same time, we do not want to be stagnant. So it's our responsibility to make it attractive, make site-ready properties, make the permitting process go smoothly, and to make sure that the right businesses come to town. Environmentally friendly businesses, tech businesses, aviation business. We have a beautiful airport that is underutilized. We have this amazing intercoastal waterway, which is an economic engine for the entire state. And we have, of course, beautiful New Smyrna Beach. All those come together to make a very powerful cocktail of economic impact. It's our job to unwrap that and make that popular for other businesses to come.
Right. Awesome. That's a really good answer.
Does that work?
I mean, that's
That works.
10 out of 10.
All right, so
Chris told me that.
Yeah, go ahead.
so here we go. August 20th, primary here in New Smyrna Beach.
Got to get out the vote. Boy, what's so nice about New Smyrna? And on the 20th of August, we'll have a primary. It's your opportunity, your first opportunity to go to the ballot box and vote your conscience. It is a right and a responsibility, and our town votes. We have a great percentage of people that get out there and vote their conscience. If you don't get out there and vote, it's hard to stand in the cheap seats and criticize if you
Absolutely,
don't, if
yeah,
you don't
you-
work the process.
Yes, yeah.
And one thing that we're pushing on the podcast, Fred, is after the debate, the real debate, I think we're going to push you as a write-in candidate for president.
Sure.
Oh, I'm all over that.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll write it in right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
Love it.
So we covered a lot of stuff, and
Do you really want to do that to this man? Do you
no, a write-in candidate for president. For president.
Do you really want to do this to the country?
Did you see Biden? I know he didn't shit his pants on stage this time. But,
Can't. Stop.
oh my God.
Listen,
I'm not sure who I saw.
on.
Okay.
I want to dig into Top Gun, Miramar. I want to dig into Blue Angels.
right.
You had it,
Happy
reading
to
your
do it.
bio geeking me out. So next time I see you at SoNapa and we have a glass of wine, I'm gonna
you
pick
say
your
that.
brain and I want to hear some more stories.
You say one.
Okay,
It's
you
my
got it.
honor. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it was an absolute pleasure.
And it's
Yes.
amazing that we all chose a bottle of, the majority of us, 75% of us chose Jayson Pahlmeyer over Opus. Opus is the average price for Opus about $460, and the other one is $70.
Can you believe it?
I can.
Yeah. What do we know?
What do we know?
They're both fantastic, and we were all wrong.
Well, I wasn't because I didn't.
don't think I was wrong.
No, nobody was wrong. Whoever said Pinot Noir. Whoever said Pinot Noir.
On how much?
Well, you guys didn't
Well,
say.
no, I said Pinot Noir, but I said it was a big Pinot Noir,
Oh,
but
that was.
it was not.
Yeah.
It was a small cab. Sorry, Opus.
Yep. Mayor, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Good
Pat.
luck at the ribbon cutting. And
Thank you so very much.
Mr. Cleveland.
Thank
Pleasure.
you.
Vote
And
for
on-
Cleveland.
Yep.
August 20th, right here.
Woo!
I appreciate that.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
guys.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
How'd we do, ladies?
Great. Yeah.